what I want to set the platform for our conversation is in terms of my knowledge of the industry that you're currently in. I would say that it is still fairly rudimentary. I'm coming very clean with you. Okay.
Yeah, knowledge. Which industry you think we are in?
I mean, you're in e-commerce, you're in the internet, you're in IoT, you're in all this. I mean, when you speak, it just sort of I see all those things just flying all over my head. So I said, okay.
See, as far as the only industry we are in is the industry of the cash flow.
Yes. Okay.
No other industry.
Okay.
We're in no other industry. People think I'm doing 25,000 things, but we are not. We are doing only one thing. We buy and sell stuff. That's all. We don't do anything else. Okay. And even that buying and selling.
You'll make it look so simple, but when I try to read the jargons and things, I mean, I hear.
No. See, the reason why a CFO can go from one company to another company is because what they do doesn't matter.
That's true.
So we are a CFO shop. We're a private equity shop.
Okay.
We take any business and look at it as a cash flow.
Right.
And we have built a system that connects all businesses in a way where we see the cash flow moving from one node to another node in our ledger.
Yes.
So we have built a CFO platform.
Okay.
That's all. It looks and feels exciting to other people because they're like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. But for us, it's only about the cash flow.
True.
Right. So they get excited, but we should not be excited. We should be very clear that, boss, that's all very nice, but I want to see the money.
Yeah.
Right. So very simple. Our life is simple. I just want to see cash flow. I only have one ledger, single ledger, where all accounts are connected, wallets. All transactions are flowing now through our own ledger. So we see the entire P&L in real time. Balance sheet also in real time. And I mean, we have the payment mechanism. So we are like a Visa.
Okay.
Right. So we move money around. So we have the cost of payments over time will move over out of the system into our system. So we don't have cost of payments.
Yeah.
Okay. And everybody connects to this global business ledger. And this is the new bank, the global bank of banks, pure cash flow. And we only operate on the margin level. So which means we are already on the gross profit where we operate. Because all our businesses are external to our network. They are actually the cost centers. We are just the margin and the distribution and the broker-dealer part of it.
Okay. Yeah.
We are the Dalal Street, Dalal, hum log Dalal hain. We are Dalal Street. It is Main Street. As opposed to Dalal Street, it is the real Dalal. The Dalal is the trader. The actual person who makes and sells the product, the Kisan, he is a Dalal. We are the Dalal Street, where everybody connects and uses our ledger to trade.
Understand. Yes. The platform, basically. The platform.
Okay. Fintech platform that moves the money around, because there are two types of things. One, today you will hear in the market, there is a category of companies. They're called PayFac, Payment Facilitator. If you go to paymentfacilitator.com, you will see a whole industry body.
Okay.
And there are many of them. For example, Stripe is a big, I think, almost $100 billion company. It's a payments company, like Razor Pay and all that. But they are called PayFac because not only do they move money, like Visa, but they have a logic layer where you can, as a developer or as any other business, you can write code that moves money around in their way between your network very quickly and in a very complex ways. You can code it all, like what we are doing.
Okay.
But they are only operating at the PayFac level, which means they don't have any idea of the business.
Okay.
Which means they actually don't know how the orders have arrived there.
Understand.
Once the order arrives, they are able to move the money. What we say is, boss, anybody can move money. First of all, order has to arrive. So we go catch it at the order level.
Yeah.
And we after that subsume the portion of the PayFac. So we are a ComFac, commerce facilitator. It sits on top. I'm writing an article now. Today, over the weekend, it should come out. And the article is called PayFac versus ComFac. What is the difference? And it talks about what came first, the chicken or the egg. Which came first, the PayFac or the ComFac? And the answer obviously is, without having an order, I don't need a PayFac.
True.
So first only ComFac comes. ComFac is the first thing. First you need to have a business. Right? And the ComFac is a PayFac and delivery facilitator and maker facilitator and payment facilitator. All these guys are just service providers to the business.
Okay.
And the business itself is reality only when there is cash flow, which means buyers and sellers are in liquid transactions and profitable transactions. And we have made a further derivative of that, right? Where does the margin come from? The margin only comes when there is a sale.
Yes.
And we only operate on margin. That means we only operate on sale, post-sale. You plug into any business and the margin is where we operate.
Yes, that's true.
And as a service, as a platform, you can basically aggregate every business now, just like Facebook has aggregated. We will aggregate every single business, finished, because everybody has margin and we are a margin distribution platform. Because we're a distribution platform. We are pure Dalal Street. We are where everybody comes to trade. We are a market of markets.
Yeah. I'm catching on to all these terminology because you're so good at coming up with all these magical words. So I have to keep speed with all those terminology.
It's okay. You're just starting. In a few
your way of using some words which are, for me, as I said, I'm familiarizing myself with. So my I would not say fear as much as a concern is that I may be slowing down the pace at which you're moving because
we need to bring up everybody and elevate everybody to the point of understanding with clarity, and it doesn't take long. And it's a process of people to people transmission. It's a viral spread of information.
It is.
It is. So that's all. It is not. You will be speaking the same language in 2 weeks' time. Trust me, because it's very natural. What we have done is we have modeled the natural marketplace. This is how things are. There's nothing complicated. There's nothing new. I'm describing how it actually is.
Right. I understand.
People have created all sorts of contortions to build businesses and extract money.
Yes.
Whereas I'm saying this is the natural way of business itself.
True.
And we are creating a system that captures business as an operating system, natural business operating system, right? All the dalals are coming together and we do business together, buying and selling from each other, right?
Yes.
That system is what we have created. And on top of that, we have put an observer system, which is the OpenTangle, which sees the activity going on across all our networks. And these networks operate on top of the internet because that is all where digital is. So now we are able to see the activity on Facebook and on Twitter, on this, which means what? We are seeing our members' activity only, not anybody else's. So we have basically one more step. We've done many jumps here, many logic jumps we have made, orthogonal jumps. One is I already mentioned, we don't care about the business. We only care about the fintech, which means it's a cash flow. We don't care. Suddenly, it's just purely seeing the real business, which is only a cash flow, nothing else. Right? The next jump is I don't need to see what is happening on Facebook if I see what is happening in my members' activity on Facebook.
Yes, I understand.
So now I'm tracking my own sales force everywhere and my own so-called employees or members. They don't even have to be employees. They can be gig workers. They can be their own independent agents where they have a wallet and I will pay them based on their activity. So the entire internet now turns into our platform because now I drive the cash flows across it. You just connect and take your share.
So have we already started any kind of transactions as yet? Anywhere?
Yeah, we are live in Veed is live. You can buy CBD in US.
Oh, Veed is already live, is it?
Yeah. Okay. So not THC is not live, but CBD, which is sellable everywhere, is live. In India, Shiro's network is starting next Monday, I think. You can already do transactions though today. And Awake Market.India is Shiro's is live. Yeah, they're going live in a big way with us. Shiro's network. They're starting with the first 2,000 women on Monday.
Okay. But your decision to invest into them is under discussion, right? That part is under discussion.
Our discussion to invest in them is not a real, in the sense that we are a broker dealer. We are Awake VC is a platform for people to come and invest into things. We are a venture capital management firm, right? Okay. So that's the model. So what we are going to do here is I want to put together a $200 million fund.
Okay.
We call it the Internet Co-Seller Fund 1.
Okay.
Which contains, say, 100 million people in it.
Mm-hmm.
And we will say this, we will buy these, we'll invest into 100 million people in Co-Seller Fund 1. Right? How do we get to those 100 million people or 200 million people? Through the likes of Shiros, where we invest. So that is the separate activity. But why I'm connecting the two is because it's pure cash flows. Okay. So we're going to take a cash flow approach to valuing these people and putting it into the fund structure, projecting our returns to our investors and showing them how we're going to give them massive cash flows because we have so many people selling on our network. So it's like Shopify has 1 million sellers. We will have 100 million co-sellers.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, it is people that are on Facebook, and you have to reach everybody on Facebook means you reach them directly now and you pay them directly for sales.
Very basic question I have in my mind. In fact, my wife was asking me this question. I said, I don't know. I'm still very, very new to this whole structure. She was saying, if me and she are on Facebook or LinkedIn and we have a common friend, now I make a recommendation. She also happens to have made the same recommendation. Now, how does the system track as to who is the one who is the influencer here?
It depends on the person's buyer's journey. If the person who buys clicked on your link and not your wife's link, then you're the influencer.
As simple as that.
Is it
because
not?
It has to come. It is because I.
Otherwise, how will they know, right?
Yeah, I have to be registered. I have to be on the Awake platform for me to.
In order to make money. So
I have to be that associate or whatever that word that you've used.
One click, you will log in. And get that wallet.
Yeah. So that my answer to her was correct because I said, this is what I think it is. Unless you're registered as a co-seller, you're not going to benefit just because you happen to be connected to me.
So the whole system now, is this simplicity. What we do is the network of networks now. You forget about all the crap that people are doing because they say, oh, you're doing this, IoT, this, that. Forget about all that. What are we actually doing? We are tracking the nodes and the activity of nodes on the network.
Okay.
And that network is the network of networks, which is sitting on Facebook and LinkedIn and everywhere else, because it's our network of people that are everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, I saw in the presentation the other day that Barry made, there was a whole strip of all those icons which represented the entire world of Internet, I think.
Yes.
Right? So you're bringing all of them together. You're like an aggregator, like you said, that you're like the Uber of the...
We are what I call re-aggregation. This is the re-aggregation principle.
Okay.
We simply aggregate and re-aggregate in real time. On one side, we aggregate everything, and on the other side, we re-aggregate for the benefit of our customers. It's called curation. Veed is a re-aggregated view of the same internet, but it's in a certain vision of what you're looking for. It's a filter. Right? Same thing with every other market. So when we say we're doing 25,000 things, we're not. We're just doing one thing. We're connecting everybody, and entrepreneurs who we are now giving equity to are running all these companies for us.
Okay.
And our play is on top of it. We are a VC, means we'll go and raise capital, totally isolated from this entire operation.
Yes, of course. I like that model.
It's a perfectly clear model. Yes.
Nothing you have.
Nothing you have. Pure cash flow.
Pure cash flow. You're facilitating. You're a street, as you rightly said. I like that word. Dalal Street seems to be resonating well, and that's it. You're managing the traffic. You don't drive. You don't do anything, right? You're basically like a toll booth in a way.
No, we are in a way removing all the existing toll booths.
Yeah, I understand.
And creating a new toll booth. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Between you and I, as CFO, your hat is immediately, yes, I'm a new toll booth. And absolutely correct. Net, we are going to wipe out Visa, MasterCard, and all the other fees, and we will make it 1%.
1%.
Everything in the universe at 1%. Finished. That's the end goal. Within 5 to 6 years' time, that will be the goal. The entire network of networks, everything operating in your thing, we take 1% of every transaction in the entire supply chain. typical supply chains, you will get something like Uber coming to you, and it will all happen. Everybody's making 95% plus profits, and we are making as much as 5 to 6% because of multiple hops in the supply chain that deliver that thing to the product, to the user.
Yes.
So net, we will be making 1% on all the supply chain side, the B2B to B2B to B2B. That's an infinite chain.
Yes.
Plus, we are going to finance this.
Yes.
We're going to finance all of these trades.
Financing it, giving the marketing flip. Yeah. So in every aspect,
absolutely.
In fact, the entire
in every
P&L,
aspect, we take a service fee.
Every line of the P&L, you make a
1%. 1%. So you basically down the line make it 1%. Today it can be 5 or whatever we start with. And we keep dropping it down, They will not be able to compete on price. They cannot compete on volumes. They cannot compete on, nothing. They have to compete on something. Facebook and Google and all these guys will have to come down to what we are doing. They don't have a choice.
Yes. How informed are they about this product of?
They are going to ignore it for a very long time, because the ideas are not new. The blockchain idea, which people say, oh, it will democratize everything and all that, and it's there and all that, has been around for a long time.
Right.
Why they don't, act on it?
No, why I'm asking this question is you're gone public. I heard your.
We'll find lots of patents.
Yeah, I mean, patents, yes. I'm just thinking that there seems to be quite an intuitive idea in the sense that it seems to be, hey, why didn't I think of a kind of a thing?
Obviously, right? Every such idea is obvious.
Yes.
After the fact. Right?
True,
like Hotmail, internet, like, every idea is obvious, right?
True. Yes. But nobody has made any overtures to you as yet?
Because they don't think it's possible, you see.
Oh, okay.
Again, see, as an idea, see, as an idea, it has existed for a long time. But it has not been done. So therefore, it seems counterintuitive, you see, because it's like saying, hey, you know what? All these wars, why don't we just abolish countries? Let's have one country. No, we cannot do it. It's not possible, blah, blah, blah. Thousands of reasons. Until somebody says, okay, fine, let's try it. Then everybody suddenly tries it. Then they say, why is such an obvious idea? Nobody tried it.
That is always that. That's always that. The simple is not easy, right? It seems simple.
Simple is not easy. Yes. So to make it easy, what has to be done, you see? What has to be done? What has to be done is you have to take all the actions yourself.
Yes.
Including starting the countries that are operating in a different way. In this case, we ourselves, by 6 months' time, in next 2 quarters, I will have launched 100 verticals. Companies like Veed. All of them are going to be heading towards IPOs in 2 years' time because it's a cash flow.
Yes. Yeah. That was remarkable. I mean, when I was looking at it, typically 5 years is what, at the very minimum, people talk about when it comes to any IPOs.
But it's a private equity process, right? We are not starting from zero. We're just aggregating and just going public. That's all.
Right.
And now we have an end-to-end platform that makes it into what I'm now calling B2B2C, social market networks.
Yes.
Social market networks. This is a new term. We used to call it media market network. It's not clear. Social market network. Obviously, media is there. Digital, everything is digital. Right? So it's a social market network. These are all social market networks that sit inside one global social market network called Awake. Right? And the private equity holding company simply has, shares in all these cash flows. And tomorrow, all these companies come to us, these early stage companies, they're all coming and saying, wow, you guys are doing this great thing. I'm willing to give you 10% of my stock just to get help from you guys.
Sure.
Right? So just Vimal joined us.
Yes, I saw that.
Hi, Subbu.
Hi, Vimal. Good evening.
So we're just talking about the business and clarifying questions. And I just made a point earlier that within about 2 weeks, Subbu will be talking the same vocabulary as us because it's just a new way of looking at the existing businesses.
Yes.
And in fact, it is the same way as you normally look at it, Subbu, which is the CFO hat.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's more a veil of ignorance, they say, right? You have to remove the veil of ignorance. So that's what.
And that veil of
in fact,
ignorance.
Amit, you should involve Subbu in that I realization, frankly, because he would love to, attend your sessions, frankly.
Yeah, he sent me something yesterday. I haven't yet got time.
Yeah. You should have joined, Subbu. A very interesting talk.
No, I did not invite Subbu to that. I can do that though. I'll invite.
And also Suri. Suri also is involved in all these kind of discussions. See, those who are willing to think about those are the ones you should invite, because there'll be a lot of learnings.
Definitely. Let me quickly invite also. And past few sessions are recorded. Might be.
Yeah, I'll go through that, because you sent me the link. I remember. I just was. I will go through it, and then maybe it'll be worth my joining whenever the right is time. So, yeah, I want to take it all in small bites. I don't want to take on too many things and sort of falter.
This is just a hobby thing. We are talking about philosophy, really. People think it's philosophy.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not much of a. I don't discuss much philosophy. I'm a practitioner. So
that's what this is. When I say people, so I say it's people think it's philosophy.
Yeah.
What it is it's how to be very effective in life.
Okay. That sounds good.
Because you're removing the veil of ignorance. If you operate in ignorance, how will you be effective? If you don't know what is life, how will you live it?
True.
People don't know what is life, Life is the unknown. And if you cannot be comfortable and embracing of the unknown, you're never going to live it.
True. Very true.
So how do you embrace the unknown? You have to remove the fear factor that comes from this idea that unknown means something. Unknown literally means unknown. You cannot have any reaction to the unknown.
Very true.
It's only reacting to your own ignorance of the unknown.
Yes.
So when we free people of this veil from this ignorance, they become completely, lions. Because they are, see what, I found so funny, I see the lion picture on Vimal's thing. But the reason I say lion is because the lion is the one who roars loudest.
Yes.
Because it doesn't care about anybody else hearing it. Whether you hear it or not, lion will roar.
Behind every lion is the lioness which actually does all the work. It's like that.
So, that is a different thing.
Lion only roars.
Yeah. It's roaring because it's a lion, man.
I know.
Not because it wants to, scare anybody. Everybody is scared. That's it.
True.
You see, it doesn't care. It's like, I'm a lion. Finished. Right? So it is not pride. It is not that I'm the king and all. I'm a bloody lion, man. You all made me the king.
Yes.
So that is the reality of the lion, So what we are is, when you embrace the reality of life, you become a lion, because, you're then living it. You are the power.
100%.
So very, very practical aspect of reality is what we discuss.
Okay. That sounds very, very interesting. Sure.
So removing the veil of ignorance. That's what we do.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, the root word for educate is that, educare, which is removing veil of ignorance. And
in fact, there is nothing called. Yeah. In fact, there is nothing called ignorance. The root of ignorance, the word is to ignore the truth.
Yeah, that's a
veil.
So
the very word ignorance. No.
Yes.
No. Actually, it's not a veil. If you think about it, the word ignorance contains to ignore the truth. You see. So in that is actually the pointer to the truth in it.
Okay.
And the word ignorance means that this is ignorance and there is something else called truth.
Okay.
Therefore, it is actually the truth itself.
Okay.
But you get confused thinking that it is something else. Whereas what ignorance is itself becomes clear because you know what ignorance is.
Oh. We're getting deeper and deeper here. Okay.
This is why we are acting in reality, When we say, oh, this is just why did anybody else not think about it? Because we are in obvious land. We're in the land of the obvious. There is no wheel here. We are actually acting in natural ways without any misinformation coming in the way of clarity. So clarity is there.
Yeah, that's the You're tapping into what is called the creative consciousness, right?
Correct. So we're tapping into what is called as consciousness itself.
Yes.
There is nothing called creative consciousness. The entire consciousness is created.
That comes from the consciousness, right? The creativity is a product of the consciousness. Yeah, it takes different forms. Creativity is one of them. For sure.
In fact, here we are swapping it. Here we are saying consciousness is emerging from a source. And the consciousness in it contains the historical portion of it also, which means the knowledge of it. But that knowledge is history. It's the past. Whatever you know is only of the past.
Yes.
Whereas I speak of the future and the present, which is the unknown.
Yeah.
Knowledge, what you can know is only the past.
Knowledge is, they say, fossilized experience.
Knowledge, I say, is ignorance.
Okay.
Because it's limiting you in that knowledge. And those ideas. Then you say, oh, I'm seeing something else and that's obvious. No, you were seeing and limiting yourself to one way of looking. And now suddenly when I show you that there are unlimited ways of looking, you're saying, oh, wow, this is obvious. But you were also just doing the same thing, just limiting yourself.
True.
Now we liberate the truth of it all, which is that opinions and ideas and facts and knowledge, they don't affect us. We just act. When I say I will do $1 billion IPO in 9 months, I'll show you the path. Now you can argue this path will not work, that path will not work, and we can get to a path that will work. But it is an action-oriented path. It is not a concept.
True, very true. Yeah.
You see, it's not about how can it be done and all. It is about how will I do it? What is required? Simple, no?
Yes.
Okay, $1 billion IPO. I want 100 million in GMV. Or in sales, I want net profit and plus $10 million, whatever numbers you want. Then I will show you. I'll tell you, okay, this is how I'll get it for you.
Yes. I got a taste of that.
Manifestation principle. Yeah. So this is the manifestation principle. Whatever you want, you will get it. If you know what it is.
Yeah.
If somebody says, oh, unicorn and all, they have no fucking idea what a fucking unicorn is. Simply some magic happens according to them.
Yeah.
Instead of that, I'm removing the magic of illusion. No, I'm saying, boss, what is a unicorn? $1 billion valuation. No. Okay. 100 million sales, 10 million profit, these many co-sellers, this much to this thing. This is how you do it. Finished. Where is the question? Is it not a CFO approved?
Yes.
Then.
True.
So simple. That's why the lawyers are on board. Everybody's on board because, boss, we're talking about cash flows, right? And everybody only talks about cash flows.
Absolutely.
So that's it. Let's only talk about cash flows. Commerce facilitator. We facilitate cash flows for investors. That's all. Nothing else. It's a machine that you put cash in on one side and takes out the net profit from all these other businesses that are connected to it and gives us 5% or whatever it is, plus the extra commissions that come because we don't have to pay every time. So let us say net we take 10%. I mean, Amazon is taking 3.5%. But they have to do all the work and they have done all the heavy lifting.
Yes.
So we just do the essence, pure profits.
Yeah.
And everybody else does the work.
And our balance sheet is going to be free of receivables, payables, none of these elements from what you're planning.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's the magic again. No inventory, no working capital per se. And you just need some OPEX. There's no CAPEX. You already put in the CAPEX, if I understand this right. Yeah.
I mean, we do. I'm going to raise. We probably need to really flesh this out and shine it. Awake's tech teams will need maybe over the next few years, $20-30 million, right?
Okay.
To really flesh that out. So let's say 50 tops.
Okay.
Right. And you're talking about building the world's greatest, bank, basically, internet bank of banks. Right. So
I think that's a very simple definition. I like this. Bank of.
You should call it that. You should call it the internet of the bank of internet.
Yeah. Calls it.
No, but Amit, you've not discussed with Subbu about Awake Money and Awake Bank and all that.
We have not. Yeah. But he's realizing it himself. So I will tell him afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, slowly the
So
cog is started moving. Yeah.
Correct. So what we have done is since Vimal brought it up, you see, it's a protocols. How do we extract out companies from the total internet of internets? Is because every part of the network has a service that it is coming there for. And that service is usually offered in a protocol manner, because otherwise you will not have multiple service providers. It has to have a single protocol for that, which everybody adheres to. For example, service provider, Razorpay and this and that, all of them are a UPI is one standard now.
Yes.
Right? So that's an example of an API.
Yeah.
But in general, it is a payment protocol.
Yeah.
Money is what we call it, Awake Money.
Okay.
Like Awake Market Inc., which is the name of the Awake Market Network Protocol, is ShopType. That's the name of the product. But the company is called Awake Market. It's the name of the protocol.
Okay.
Similarly, the identity service where we log in on the internet and track it across the internet of internet, whether it's Facebook, Google, whatever, that identity protocol, the login service, the OAuth layer, that's the technical side, but it's awake.me, awake me. It's the individual login, and it's my individual app that will come tomorrow. You'll have an app, everything on the internet you'll see there. And what happens is, no longer is it restricted to ShopType, by the way, which is products, but with Newstype and with all the other things, we operate at the internet level, which means not only a product, but anything you copy and paste into the Facebook or Twitter or, WhatsApp or anything, you will do it from Awake Me. It will connect to all these other platforms. Why? Why would you do that? You will do the same thing you're doing. You'll use Facebook for the same things. You will use this and that, but you will use Awake Me to do it. Why? Because your URLs and your trackers are embedded in that. Okay. And no matter what happens on Facebook or WhatsApp or anywhere else, if there is a sale according to the businesses that you touch, you will get paid.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense to have that rather than go straight to the Facebook online.
You can never go to Facebook. They will never give you their money.
Yes.
So you say, I don't want to go to Facebook. I'll just go to all my people.
Yes. Makes absolute sense. And when is that coming
this
out?
Means, yeah, awake.me, you can go now and see it. It will just, if you go to awake.me right now, can you open it?
Wow.
Your mind will be blown now. You open that now.
Should I do it on my
Android? Can you? Oh, you're on your phone or your laptop?
No, I'm on my laptop. I'll just open it on my phone.
Okay.
Just a minute.
If you can, no. If you can share your screen on your laptop itself.
Okay.
And I will explain to you when you do it, because I will explain something to you now that will take it another level of madness.
Okay, shared, done. You can see my screen.
Yeah, we're seeing it now. It's coming up. Yeah, awake.me. And Vimal just joined. He's going to have fun with this one. Okay. Hey, Vimal, just perfect timing. Huh? I just talked about awake.me. So you see, awake.me is a login service, okay? Which means it's our identity protocol. If you click on apps right on top, right?
Okay.
It's all our apps are built on this, ShopType is built on it and some other stuff is built on it. So this is the core identity layer. If you go back now, not only do we have a core identity layer, but if you scroll down, we've added something crazy to it, which means you can not only log in, but you can appear to be anybody.
Okay.
These are all fake AI generated people that don't exist in reality.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can create one for yourself. You can be blonde, you can be a girl, you can be a baby, you can be whatever you want.
Oh. Okay.
Do you understand? You can have any number of these profiles, which then operate on top of Facebook, Google, internet, everywhere.
So imagine the number of co-sellers will create, Amit.
That's what I'm saying.
So I will control 150 co-sellers who will be the starting nodes. And I will identify people with different interests. And each of these characters can actually start discussing with them on those interests on the Facebook, no, Amit?
See, what I've said in all our networks is I've said to them, we want an avatar team for every media network. Means 10, 15, 20 avatars, which act as their core news producing team that never goes away.
Wow.
These are all real people imagined online with full activity streams and stuff because agencies can drive them,
Wow. It's got single sign-on. It's got integrated payments, integrated messaging, and.
Amit, I have one question here. Okay, suppose these fictitious, characters with the face and this and that we create. Okay, no, so, can they, curate or select articles using some AI technology at the back end? Which, for example, let's say Raghav, you create one character, and he gets information, curates all the articles with a AI back thing, on automobile.
You can.
And Raghav actually keeps on curating and putting it there. Shailaja actually keeps on curating on beauticians and beauty products through AI.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the idea. So you'll have lots of these Chinese co-seller farms, avatar farms. They'll have huge armies of people that are just creating content that are, Now the thing is, the content has to be quality.
Yes.
Okay, and the personalities that arise will be these avatars, which over time will have a life of their own, and they'll be controlled by people who have grown them. And by the way, we are creating a marketplace, Avatars International, where you can buy and sell these avatars, fully formed, with full-on businesses and influencer status and making money across all these brands. You can sell them now.
Okay.
In a marketplace.
Very good idea. What an idea.
Wow.
So Avatars International is like a modeling agency. You can go there and buy new models from scratch, $9 each. You can have a custom made one for $99 or $999 a month. You can have an agency drive it.
Wow. So this monetizing,
it's mind-boggling.
Short of monetizing the breathing, everything is monetizable. Okay, interesting.
Because the obviousness is removing the veil of what is called as ignorance means we have realized that the entire world is a network, and all the nodes of them are people, and are exchanging from each other using the media as a approach to speak, communicate. And it has many forms, games, this, that. It's all storytelling.
Yes.
The truth is just the cash flow. Cash flow shows if something is interesting or not.
True.
And it works or not. And every exchange is priced at $0 by default. Means I want to see your catalog. Show me your catalog. I want to see what all you sell as a shopkeeper. How much is your catalog? He says $0. I give my catalog for free. Okay, great. I'll see it. But in our club, it is not free. You're a member or not, first of all. I'll show you catalog only if you're a member. You see? So the very exchange is a cost of opportunity, We don't see it, but now it is seen. You have to put 0 there. You see? And the way these sellers operate is actually they're just putting sell orders, global sell orders. I have inventory of 10,000 bottles of water. Means sell order, 10,000 bottles at $1 each. Like stocks. I put a sell order. Somebody comes and says, hey, I'm looking for a bottle of water. I have $2. Right? I'm over here. Right? And it says, oh, these 10 people near me are selling for $1.50, $1.60, $1.80, when it's all coming from the same $1 source, which we have only facilitated that.
Yes.
So the universe is just an exchange mechanism. It's called activity. So we track activity on networks. And some of that activity happens to be about cash flow.
Yeah.
And we track that and extract it into a ledger, double entry bookkeeping. Right? Now, all this avatar, me, this, that is because we want the next 10,000 top app developers in the world to descend on our platform and create these games and, the coolest things that will be possible suddenly with all this technology. The next set of apps and games will be created in social network games. Everyone's making money together. Communities are being formed. Different use cases everyone's plugged in. All businesses are now making money because, hey, all this activity drives commerce. And no longer does Facebook take 50% of it. or Apple takes 50% of it. We are creating a new economy. No transactions will happen on Apple and Google because it's just a distribution mechanism. Why would I pay them?
Yes. I'm sensing that this is also looking at a more reliable information platform than the Wikipedias of the world.
Correct. It's a trust platform.
Yes.
You will have to go to trusted sources before you make any transaction.
Yes. Yeah, because we're struggling with the Wikipedia now being completely controlled by a particular bias, ideological bias. So I think these are the it'll free us from those dependencies. Yeah.
It is exactly that. It is the Atmanirbhar principle. You see, I will have to do it because who else will understand?
Yes.
If I want some change to happen in the world, I have to express it, tell people, convince them, they have to agree. 1,000 things have to happen.
Yes.
Instead of that, I'll just do it. We're finished.
Yeah, the possibilities are at this point mind-boggling as to what can be done if the controls are well executed. Yeah. So in this, how do you monitor the quality of what is put on this? What are the checks and balances that you have got, especially in Awake.me kind of a platform where people can write what they want, and what is the kind of controls and checks that you would keep?
It will emerge. It will emerge from the trust network, right? Some will be fun and games. Some will be, helpful, beneficial services. Some will be, just a time pass and time waste. I mean, and some will be fraudulent and some will try to break the system. So we have to have a watchful eye on these types of things. We are being very simple and careful regarding money flows and outflows and things like that. You have to give KYC, you have to do, we'll hold the money for a while. We'll have all those checks and balances.
Right.
And we have KYC, so we are a fully, regulated system. We're like a bank. You cannot be like we're like a full-on bank actually. Difference. The same banking principles apply here. You have to give full KYC to do business with us.
Yes. Okay. All right.
In other words, if you want to be a seller, no problem. But if you're beginning to make money beyond a certain point, you're taking out some cash, you need to give us your KYC. Who are you?
And even these, Subbu, I think even these characters whom we create, they will have the KYC as is. Like I would have to submit. They would all have KYCs, right, Amit?
That's right. Behind the scenes, it is a real person. These are all just digital media. This is another storytelling mechanism. It's just not a real thing, right? So we are not confused. Reality is reality. Everything else is unreality.
Lovely.
So what he's saying, Subbu, is that after, let's say, 3 years, one avatar, let's say Don McLean, okay, he is a co-seller, okay, and he's developed networks, and he's making, let us say, 5 lakhs of rupees a month, in terms of revenues for personal money, personal wealth through the selling and creating a lot of network and from products, okay. Now that avatar will be on sale. Is that what you're saying, Amit? Now with the value.
Yeah, once the avatar, let us say, has been around for a while and it's now pushing, let's say, $10 million or $1 million or $100,000 of sales in a year, you can put it on sale for some amount.
It's like a shop. It's like a shop in a mall. I mean, it's
a shop. It's a full-on influencer.
Yeah, it's a shop in a mall. Yeah. I said that.
It's a full-on business with all the followers and the whole thing, the brand. I mean, this person could be doing anything. This is the ultimate creation. We are now creating people.
Yes. Okay.
Great idea.
Oh, I think discussing
the reason I really wanted to show it. Was this not because to show, to say one more thing we are doing, but to show that we are not doing anything at all. It's the same thing in 1,000 ways. There is only one God, but 1,000 religions.
Okay.
Everybody wants money only at the end.
True. Yes. This is a genius at play, I must say. Simple, but not easy. That's what genius is about.
Genius. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about genius. We are doing the natural things. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, it is for somebody who understands it well, it seems to be simple. But for the other side, I mean, for somebody like me who's getting the
We are
big
translating
picture,
it. So that's the thing. We are translating. So we keep
for me,
translating. We are a training organization. We are two things. One is we are a CFO-driven, cash flow-driven investments platform, and the second is we are a training organization. We need to tell people what to do and how to do it.
So in this process, Subbu, our aim is to keep the the staff to the bare minimum, lean, mean, and use technology and wherever required, outsourced, activities, so that it all falls into a network, which is what this whole, once he explains the whole Halo system. Now, PR is something that we wanted to do. So we are, Amit connected to one PR company, and we are in discussion, and they are, joining us on the Halo system. Amit will explain what that Halo system is later on.
I mentioned briefly, it's the accelerator program.
So another digital company we are discussing with. Another digital company we are discussing with. Today, I think one more new person, very interesting. That office sharing, beautiful idea. I mean, that pass you could use wherever the closest office. You found another man. That's just so useful. Like that. So there also we can talk of a Halo scheme tomorrow. We don't know. Or co-seller system, he can help. So, so each and every business, pockets that we are touching with, they actually, we associate with them, because we can associate with anybody. That's why the whole network, the world is a network of networks. That's the concept. Right, Amit? I mean, right? That's the way.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
Yes.
So Subbu and Amit, I might have to leave.
I need to leave as well.
Good night.
Sure. We will continue our conversation. It's a good start, Amit. I think I've got some fantastic insights now. I will keep sort of coming and nipping your heels for a few more.
Not at all. I've actually recorded this session, so I will just send you a recording. We can also share it with our team.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll catch you later.
Cheers.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.